Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our assembly this morning. And today, the 22nd of April, is World Earth Day. A very important day across the globe when we think about the planet. Now, here at school, in Belvedere International School, of course, our Green Committee. And you can see the garden at the front of school. And we plan to do many more things. For example, recycling bins across school so we can recycle our waste in school. So we can do our bit to help the planet. An important day. I'll tell you a little bit about the history first of all. I should say it takes place each year on the 22nd of April. So happy Earth Day today. The first one was started by, in the United States of America, Senator Nelson. And he was very upset about oil that had spilled out of a ship that took place in California and damaged all the coastline and birds. He wanted people to take more care of the world, and so he chose to make April the 22nd the Earth Day. We've had one every year since then. And so the first one was April 22nd, 1970 in the USA. So how many years has it been going for? Little maths question there. Now, the first one, more than 20 million people took part. And they went out on the streets and were marching and they wanted cleaner air. You can see some with masks on there. It's like today with the COVID pandemic, isn't it? But that was because of the bad air quality, because of factories and pollution. And by 1990, 20 years later, 200 million people were taking part in 141 countries. So a lot of people. And now it is global. 192 countries around the world. That's pretty much all the countries in the world. I think there's about 220. So that's a good number of countries taking part. And it helps us, of course, we should think about the things that do harm to the earth and make things better. Cutting down too many trees, that's harmful. A very big problem is litter and waste. We can see that in the car park here at school. I often see a lot of rubbish, not left by anyone in the school, but by other people. And we throw away more than 3.5 million tons of rubbish every day. Imagine that. And just think about this, a plastic bottle takes 450 years to break down, so before it becomes part of the earth. And 1 million years for a glass bottle to break down. Now, on Earth Day, people around the globe, they help to improve the environment. Here's a garden being planted in Israel. We garden in school. People pick up litter. People here cleaning a beach. And in 2011, the Earth Day, thousands of trees were planted in Afghanistan. In 2012, lots of people rode their bikes, so they didn't use their cars to save fuel and stop the exhaust fume. In 2016, the theme was trees. And trees help stop the earth from getting too warm. They clean the air by taking away harmful gases away from the air and producing oxygen. And they take in harmful things in their bark. So trees are very good at helping our environment. In 2018, the theme was plastic. And the plastic we're using more and more, we're throwing things away, and it's a big problem in the world. Think about this, every square mile of the sea now has more than 46,000 pieces of plastic in it. Some of it is very small, microscopic, you can't see it, but it has plastic in it. And about 8 million tons of plastic goes in the oceans each year. That's a lot of rubbish, a lot of plastic in the ocean. 2019, the theme was animals and helping the animals, particularly those that are nearly extinct. There are left now. And we as humans, well, the things we do, they affect animals, of course. And many of their homes have been destroyed. And eventually, wildlife and animals and birds and insects can become extinct. That means there's no more of them. They've died out. And then last year, 50th anniversary, was taking action on climate change. And you've probably heard about this before, or maybe you've learnt about it. Global warming. Global warming in the world is making the world hotter, and it's making glaciers melt. And most scientists believe global warming is taking place. And that causes the sea to rise. So if there's places that are very low, they might get flooded. So climate change, we often talk about it, and it's happening because of global warming. Because we use wood and coal and oil, this helps to cause global warming. And the smoke and fumes from factories and vehicles causes pollution, of course, and helps to make global warming even worse. And those gases in the air, they trap the sun's heat, so the heat can't escape, and again it's making the world a worse. And global warming is such a big problem because it's changing the weather pattern. So we're seeing more floods in many countries. The Sahara Desert, for example, is growing because places are getting drier. Europe and Australia have more forest fires than ever before. And some places get really windy, and if there's more hurricanes now than ever before. And waste food. So think about all the food we throw away. That's a problem because it produces methane, which can be a harmful gas. Now, the world can still avoid that, and I know that seems very bad, that situation, but there's lots of things we can do, and it's not too late, so we can stop it and make the world a better place. And the theme for 2021 is Restore Our Earth. We've got to repair the damage that's been done to planet Earth, because this is the planet we live on. And the President of the United States, President Joe Biden, has invited 40 world leaders to take part today in a virtual summit. So online, I don't know if they're using Google Meet, but they'll be using something, Microsoft Teams or whatever it is, and they'll talk about helping climate change, helping take action against climate change. So today, and this assembly, use this day, this assembly, to think about what we can do to help. Think about our Green Committee and what we can do in school to help. And we can do many things. We can help by recycling. We're just about to buy some recycling bins for the school so we can recycle the rubbish instead of just throwing it away. If you see litter and rubbish, put it in a bin. For you too. Don't put litter on the floor. Don't throw it away. Put it in a bin. If we've left a room, if you're in school, make sure the lights are off. We're not wasting electricity. When it's mealtime, we cut down on food waste, so we're not throwing away food. And when we finish with our computers, tablets, TVs, switch them off. So we save electricity, we save the batteries. And when you're brushing your teeth, switch off the tap. Use a glass of water instead of leaving the tap running so you can save some water that way. Is it possible that you don't always use the car? Maybe you can cycle, or you can walk even, if it's not too hot. So remember today, Earth Day, the Earth's future is in our hands. There's something we can do about it. There's something we can all help in school, in our lives, to make the world a better place. What a wonderful message for Earth Day. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Thanks a lot.